up to 9 conference titles can be clinched outright on Friday night. Welcome back to the pregame huddle. I'm your host, Josh Herner, and Evan Johnson joins me to tell you all about those conference races that can be or will be clinched.
Well, there is a lot to break down as we reach the final week of the regular season. And let's start with some teams that have already clinched the conference outright. One of those teams is New Lexington, who picked up their second straight MVL small title without any issues. They outscored their conference opponents 222-35.
Yeah, the Panthers have been rolling this season, and they have all the momentum as they head into the playoffs.
Yeah, there was a new face at the top of the OVC this season. Cole Grove has won the conference for the first time since 2017.
And they were led by senior running back Caden Murphy, who's really taken this team to a new level. They've really dominated also both sides of the ball all season long.
Well, another squad that has been dominant on the ground this season is the Fort Fry Cadets. Tice Beardsley has led the Cadets to 7 straight wins to claim another TSL title.
Not a lot of history with the conference only existing for 3 seasons, but Fort Fry has been at the top of it almost every single year. So now heading back to last week, Evan, we saw several high-stake conference title games.
Yeah, while these teams have earned a share of their conference title, they will still need to win this week to clinch it outright.
In the FAC, Jackson was able to protect their hold on the conference after a comeback win over undefeated Miami Trace last week.
The Ironmen have now won the FAC for the 4th straight year and will still have to beat Chillicothe to take the conference outright.
And another team that kept their title streak alive was the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs after they beat Hamilton Township.
That win made it 8 straight seasons. Bloom has won the MSL Buckeye. With a win over Logan Elm on Friday, they will clinch it outright and earn a bye in Region 11.
But on the other side of the MSL, the Grove City Christian Eagles had no problem with the Fisher Catholic Irish, winning 41-0.
The Eagles have dominated the MSL Cardinal. They have not lost a conference game since 2022 and will have a chance to keep the streak alive against rival Fairfield Christian on Friday.
Then our game of the week, of course, did not disappoint. After 2 overtimes, Tri-Valley came out on top to win 35-29.
These two teams are at the top of the conference every single season, but it has been the Scotties to take the MVL Big title the last 3 years.
All right, Evan, so we still got a couple more conferences to go, and to round out the rest of the 7-4-0, these teams have also clinched a share of their conference.
Yeah, these squads may not have had big games last week, but they all have a chance to win outright this Friday.
And one of those teams is Eastern Pike, who has been rolling through the SOC1 this season.
After a historical performance last week, putting up 71 points against South Gallia, the Eagles are just one win away from going undefeated in the regular season for the 3rd straight year.
And in the SVC, it has been Unioto and Zane Trace at the top over the last couple of seasons.
This season, though, Unioto has clinched a share of their 3rd straight conference title after defeating Zane Trace in Week 7. They will have to beat Westfall on Friday to win it outright.
And finally, in the TVC Hawking, Waterford has been lights out all season long, especially in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, the Wildcats have had 3 consecutive shutouts, and after defeating Trimble last week 47-0, they have earned a share of the TVC Hawking in back-to-back seasons. And 2 conferences that have big deciding games this week is the SOC2 and the TVC Ohio.
And we'll see those 2 on our other pregame huddles, so make sure you check those out. Thanks for the great work, Evan. And for more of the pregame huddle, make sure you catch all of our breakdowns, previews, and more on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And don't forget to stay tuned for a special edition of Gridiron Glory live from Joe Burrow Stadium tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. on WOUB and the WOUB YouTube channel. But until then, remember, there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory.